Hey folks, it's Shane. Thanks for taking the time to watch this video. Another Mesh-tastic node overview for you. And it's on this guy here from Rockland and Rack Wireless. It is the WisMesh Pocket. New one on the market, and I'll give you the bottom line up front. Not too long ago, Rockland had a pre-sale of these. I bought this one during that pre-sale. I've had this for close to 2 weeks now, putting it through its paces. Rockland the other day has started their second pre-release pre-sale for this thing, and I bought 2 more with my own money. Rockland doesn't know who I am, and that's fine by me. I have used their products enough or bought stuff from them enough to be able to personally recommend them. So that's been pretty much now my one-stop shop for Mesh-tastic stuff. So there's your unsolicited plug. Anyways, this guy is pretty nice. Let's go over it. Far as performance-wise, I've just started doing my range testing of it, and with the stock antenna that comes with, it is comparable to the stock antenna on the T-Echo from LilyGo, which I also still recommend. That's a great little node. I like both the T-Echo and this WisMesh Pocket for the same reason. They are great for people with less than stellar technical experience like me, and people who manage to have less technical skills than me. It is literally plug and play. You buy the unit, it comes assembled, it's flashed. All you gotta do is turn it on and sync the Bluetooth to your phone, which pretty much everybody can do. Some of the other features I like that are very comparable to the T-Echo is that it comes in its own case. While the T-Echo's is thermal injection molded, this one is 3D printed, which is a drawback for some people, but I will have to say this is a very well done 3D print. The edges are nice and smooth, corners are rounded, there's no roughness to it. It is stout. They did a good design on this, and more on the details of that design in a few seconds here. Other things that make it comparable to the T-Echo is it has your SMA female mount for SMA female antennas, which is kind of the standard, and USB-C charging, which is the way to go. Some of the standard flare, it has a function button, reset button, some indicator lights of the mode, OLED display. And the nice thing about this one versus other ones I've seen is it got a nice touch where it's just not a hole in the 3D printed housing that the OLED display's poking through. There's actually a plastic screen, a window that's been glued to the 3D printed housing, so that keeps all your dust and grime and everything else from getting in there. It's not weatherproof or waterproof or anything by any stretch of the imagination, but it is definitely a notch or two better. So that's really what I'm liking. You know, I really like that T-Echo by LilyGo, but I had some gripes, basically 4 of them, and you know, they're subjective, right? Nitpicking, some people would say, not an issue, other people would say, deal breaker, other people will say. So it is what it is. But the things I like about this is all the function keys and buttons. They are recessed into the 3D printed housing, yet there's enough clearance that you can easily press them. That is great for cycling through the displays on the screen. The function button and the reset button are on different sides, so less likely to hit them by mistake. You know how that is. You get these devices and they have a up and down, or a button on top, button on bottom, left or right, however you have it. And they're all a little different, and sometimes you think you're hitting the function button and now you just reset the thing. So that helps solve it. What really does it is they did the proper, the button is in order to hit the reset button, you're gonna have to hit it with a paper clip or something. So very well thought out. The other thing that was a minor gripe of the T-Echo was the battery life. This guy's got a honking big battery in it. It's a 3200 milliamp hour battery. This will last with the rack wireless board in there. This will last several days on a charge, which is awesome. And then to up that more, my other complaint on all other nodes so far is there's no hard on and off switch. We got a hard on and off switch. Boom. Power's cut off. It's not into shutdown sleep mode. It is disconnected. So, you know, even when the T-Echoes or the T-Beams or now I'm drawing a blank of all the different ones out there, but you know what I'm getting at. All the other ones, you can put them into a deep sleep, which will drastically reduce the battery consumption, but there's still that parasitic draw. This should eliminate that, so you can have extended time with this thing off and grab and go and not worry as much to have a dead battery. Granted, batteries go dead on their own sometimes, so obviously if you have one of these like in a bug out bag or something next to your ball fang, put this on your schedule to pull out of the bag once in a while and charge up the battery, or at least make sure it's charged up. So a little preventative maintenance can go a long ways. Now, I know some people that may not have seen other videos that I talk about having a hard switch may say, isn't that defeating the point of a mesh network? That even though you're not using it, you're forming part of the mesh and other people are bouncing their signals across you, and you are absolutely right. But the two scenarios where I like to be able to turn this off is, for me, like many people who have gotten into Mesh-tastic, you have more than one node. And this may be the node that goes with me and lives in my EDC pack that I take to work and I'm out and about. And when I get home, I got the repeater on my roof and the node that's running 24/7 in my office. This is redundant. It's not adding to the mesh having two nodes 10, 15 feet apart. So turning this off saves the battery and reduces the clutter. And the other aspect, like I kind of mentioned, is maybe I have an extra one that's tucked away in a bag somewhere or a drawer around the house for emergencies, a rainy day, if the power's out, what have you. The other one goes dead, I got a spare. So 2 is 1, 1 is none philosophy. So that's why I like having the battery turned off. The other thing that I was saying was missing from the T-Echo is missing from this one as well. And that would be a nice belt clip on the back. Like on this amateur radio here. Having a belt clip would be nice to attach to your belt or a strap on a backpack, but it's not a deal breaker. It does come with a nice lanyard hole where I've added a standard keyring to it, so I can clip this to any carabiner or piece of cordage, and life is good. So this thing is rocking. I'm going to get another antenna for this to make that a little bit better for range. And yes, I highly recommend this thing. Granted, I've used it for 2 weeks, but it's a Mesh-tastic node. There's not much to do a deep dive on. Get yourself one if you're interested in these things. It's priced pretty well. I've got 2 more on order. Highly, highly recommend. So there you go, boys and girls. Have a great day. 73. So overall, this thing is rocking. I'll be doing some more range testing. I'll probably, well, not probably, I'll probably get